Okay, so first of all, I have two tables here, and I want to line up the columns in these tables. So the first thing that I'm going to do is copy all of the column headings and then go to another sheet and paste these transposed. Then I will do this for the second table as well. So I'll copy everything and then paste them transposed, because it's easier to compare the column headings when we have them going down rather than going to the side. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is use the TEXTSPLIT function to separate out each of the individual parts of the names. And the column delimiter will be a space, and that needs to be in quotation marks. And that separates out everything into 3 sections. Now, for some of my compounds, we haven't always been consistent with what we call them. In some cases, we've changed the name. So I want to update the names of some of these compounds using this table here. So in this column, I have the old names, and in this column I have the new names. So in order to update these, I'm going to use an XLOOKUP formula. The lookup value will be this value here. The lookup array will be all of the old names, and I'll make that an absolute cell reference so I can drag the formula down. And then the return array will be the values in this column, and that also needs to be an absolute cell reference. And then if the value is not found, then I want to just use the name here, because that means the name of the compound hasn't changed. And now I can double click to send this down, and you'll see in most cases the compound name stays the same, but in some cases it changes. Then the next thing that I want to do is get the values in this list to match the values in this list. So the first thing I'm going to do is select all of this and then go to Find and Replace. And in the Find What box, I'm going to put in an open bracket, and in the Replace With box, I'm going to leave that blank and then Replace All. And that removes all of the open brackets. Then I'll do the same thing with the closed brackets as well. The next thing that I want to sort out is that in this list here, I've used the plural, so heights and areas with an S at the end, whereas in the first list here, I'm just using the singular. So I want to change this, and I'm going to replace heights with an S with height without the S and replace all, and OK. And then I'll do the same thing with the areas and replace it with area and replace all, and OK, and close. And because these text split formulas are still linking to this original column, these values update as well. The next thing that I'm going to do is put these individual parts back together again. And so we'll start with the name, and then I'll use the AND symbol to join this to an underscore. And I'm using an underscore because that's what's used in the first list here. Then I'll use another AND symbol to get the number, and then another AND symbol to connect this to a space, and then finally I'll connect this to either height or area. And then I can double click to send this down, and I have my new column names here. Then I want to make some changes to the first list as well, so I'll add in some extra columns here. And I will use the TEXTSPLIT function again, but this time I need to have 2 column delimiters. So these need to be in curly brackets, and then I need to put them in quotation marks and separate them with a comma. And the 2 column delimiters are going to be an underscore, and they're going to be a space, and enter. and this will split this list into the 3 separate parts. Then I need to take the number and round it to a whole number, because in this list here, it's using the whole numbers. And I'll do that using round. And the number will be this number here, and then the number of digits will be 0, and close brackets and enter, and double click to send that down. I also want to update the names using the same XLOOKUP formula that I used before. And I don't need to edit this because it's still being linked to this table over here. And if I double click to send that down, you'll see mostly the names stay the same, but in some cases they change, like here, for example. Now I've got the individual parts set up, I can combine these together again. So we'll use CONCAT this time, and we'll start with the name, then we need an underscore, then we'll put the number, then we need a space, and then finally we need height or area, and close brackets and enter. And now I've got the new column headings for my second list. And I will now hide all of these individual parts here, and also hide these parts here, so I can compare just the 2 new lists. The next thing that I need to do is find all of the missing values, so the values that appear in one column but not the other. And in order to do that, I'm going to use COUNTIF. The range is going to be this list here, and I'll press F4 to make that an absolute cell reference, and then the criteria will be this cell here. So I'm counting how many times this name appears in this list, and it appears there once. And most of the time I'm going to get the number 1, but anytime I get a 0, that means this name doesn't appear in this list, and so that value is missing. If I scroll down, you can see I have a few zeros here. I'm then going to move this out of the way, and then I will use the filter function. The array is going to be this list here, and I'm going to filter it for the values in this column that are equal to 0. So I'm now filtering out just the names that have a value of 0, which means these are the ones that are missing from the second list. Now that I've gotten this, I will cut this and I'll put it on the end of the second list here. Now I want to do the same thing but in reverse. So I will do COUNTIF again, but this time this list here will be the range and this will be the criteria. So I'm now counting how many times this appears in this list, and most of the time we're going to get the number 1, and any time the value is missing, we are going to get a 0. So if I scroll down, you can see we have a few zeros here. Then I can filter this list as well. So we'll filter this list to show me only the values in this column which are equal to 0, and close brackets and enter. And now I have just the missing values from the first list. I can then cut this and add this to the end of the first list here. And if I scroll down, you can see that both of these lists are now the same length. I'm now going to copy everything in the first list and go to the first table, and I'm going to right click and paste special, and then we'll be pasting the values and pasting them transposed, and OK. I've left the original column headings in here just in case, and if we scroll along we can see that the new column headings line up with the old column headings, and then also we have a bunch of extra ones at the end for the missing values. I'm now going to do the same thing for the second list, so I'll copy all of this here, and then go to the second table, and I'll right click and paste special and paste values transposed and OK. And if I scroll along here, you can see that the column names line up, and then we have the extra ones at the end. The next thing that I'm going to do is select all of this table except for the first two columns, because I want for them to stay where they are. And I'll drag this across, making sure to include all of the extra headings at the end. Then I will go to Sort and Custom Sort and Options, and then I'll change the orientation to Sort Left to Right and OK. And then I will sort by the values in row 1, which is where my new column headings are, and OK. And now this is all sorted in alphabetical order. And if I drag this to the end, you can see the extra values at the end are now missing because they've been mixed in with the rest of the table. I'm now going to do that again for the other table. So I'll click and drag to select everything, and also make sure that I'm not including the first two columns and I'm including all of the extra columns at the end. Then I will go to Custom Sort and go to Options and change the orientation to Sort Left to Right and OK. Then I'll sort the values by row 1, which is where my new column headings are, and OK. And now everything is sorted in alphabetical order, and if I go to the end, you can see the extra values at the end are no longer there. Now I just want to double check that everything worked out correctly, so I'm going to copy all of these headings and then go back to this sheet here and just paste them transposed. Then I will also go to the other table and copy these headings too. And then I will paste these transposed. Then I'll do equals and I'll test to see if this value here is equal to this value here. And then I'll double click to send this formula down. And we should get trues all of the way down because we've made sure the column headings in both tables match each other and that we have the same column headings in both tables, so there's no missing values. And then we've sorted them both alphabetically. So now the columns in both of the tables are lined up with each other. Okay, so in this video, I have shown you how to line up the columns in two tables in Excel, and that is everything.